Good afternoon, my friends. My name is Harness, and I would like to welcome you guys to Chapter 70 of Questplay Skyrim, AZALEA'S Renaissance. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day and are ready to get started here. So when we last left off, we killed the dragon at Kynes Grove, and we explored Raven's Rock. No, Raven's Nest. Raven's Nest. And yeah, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be picking up an item for Arian, heading back to Solitude, and then heading over to Winterhold to proceed with the College of Winterhold questline. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day and are ready to get started here. With all of that said, please enjoy Quest Play Skyrim. Alright, so Arian needed something. We needed to go to Silent Moon's camp, Silent Hills camp, something like that. And yeah, so Arian's looking for a ring. The Dan Stagmare's ring. Silent Moon's camp, okay. Which is... okay, we need to go this way. But yeah, so, it would be nice to get back to Solitude. It's been forever since I've been. Alright, I'm assuming this is the camp that we're looking for. Yep. Full of bandits. It's definitely the camp.
Find safety R tags. I will see you soon.
Really think you can take the two of us?
Clive, what are you doing? Oh.
This kind of work is not good for your health.
Silent Moon's camp, yep, okay.
Not so fast. Enough!
Have you considered not trying?
Come on.
Ow. Oh.
You're as good as dead.
You'll go to or something?
Mercy.
Alright. Whew. Jeez. Every time. Okay, that's into the camp. Let me see what's up here. Like a barrow. Which makes sense. Looks so they probably opened a barrow as their base. Talk about forging. That's interesting. Not something that I really know a whole lot about. What's on the Lunar Forge? Lunar Steel Mace. Lunar Steel Sword. What? Notes on the Lunar Forge. The forge. I managed to get the forge itself up and running, but again, I found nothing special about its workings. These weapons were clearly forged here, yet the secret of their enchantment remains elusive. All I've been able to discern so far is some connection between the weapon's power and the appearance of the moons. The lunar weapons. The weapons themselves are crafted of what seems to be normal metal, while the moons are high above, they gain an additional ability. It seems that once the sun has gone down, the lunar weapons take on an empire-like ability, transferring a small amount of health from the victim to the user. Interesting. It's almost like the opposite of Dawnbreaker. Which reminds me, when we get back to Whiterun, I want to drop Dawnbreaker off of the Yorland, have him temper it, and when we eventually get back to Markarth, we will pick up Vila's armor. Alright, gang. Careful.
Falls! Run down!
Go get him!
I'm gonna nail him with my arrows.
Come on! God, no!
Now I'm gonna get you.
Well, you're certainly a big old chap. I don't suppose you'd like to sit down and work this out over.
Look, kid! Just a scratch!
Lucian, how often do they want to work it out over a cup of tea? Well, that sounds nice. I think I just want to kill. Damn. That was a hard hit.
Uh-oh. Did I scratch your face, eh?
That's the best you can do.
You taste my sword. Poof! Sure, sir.
That's it? That's all you got? No more. I yield.
Alright, he's yielded.
No, we're routed. Fall back.
You think you can beat me?
You're a horrible excuse.
You're a creep. You're as good as dead. You are nothing but a stupid meat drinker. Run down! Don't you even try that. Take that.
You're as good as dead.
That. That.
Really think you can take the two of us?
That's the best you can do, sir.
No more. I yield.
Oh. Whew. Oh boy.
Thank you. I feel a lot better now.
Where's Lucian? You go.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're alright.
I am here for you.
Need you to do something.
What would you have me do? I will aid you if I can.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I in your way?
Let us move on.
Guess I'll try and do this. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. Ooh, it's a big site. Whoa. I just can't shake these fools. Everywhere I go, there's another one of them on my tail. I swear if the Brotherhood were half as relentless, it would still be a plague upon Tamriel. Seems that I'm going to have to go full circle and return to the vault, where I found Hircine's spear the hunter entombed away so many ages before. I stumbled on a strange runic shrine on the largest mass of land on the marshes south of Solitude, some distance to the west of Dead Man's Respite. When I touched the stone, it began to glow, and a beam of light shone like a beacon to the southeast of there. I traveled in that direction for what must have been 3 weeks and never found anything out of the ordinary. Months later, I was in the Southlands near Helgen and spotted what I swore was to be some snow elven ruins just south of Riverwood, and when I went to investigate, I discovered a small shrine that behaved in much the same way, glowing and projecting a light after touching it. This one pointed north, presumably towards the same place the first runestone was indicating. It had me intrigued, to say the least. It wasn't until almost a year later that I happened upon a third marker, which lay above the Dragon Shrine at Mount Anthor. This one was Dwemer in nature and when touched, light and shone from the eyes of the Dwemer bust out there just like the others. After that, there was a rumble in the earth. The light was pointing towards the southwest, and so I aimed to triangulate where these lights might be pointing. When I marked my map, it revealed the center location was most likely Silent Moon Ruins or some place right near it. I wasted no time and began long excavation into the Silent Moon Ruins. I hired some mercenaries for protection, and a couple diggers. We delved deep, eventually finding a lost basement off of one of the ruined tower sections where a metal hatch resided. The hatch opened easily despite looking as if it had tried to pry the door over, or as many had tried to pry the door over the decades it was here. Inside lay an ornate Daedric spear. I surmised that this vault had been built with the express intention of sealing the spear away and involved the collective efforts of the Dwemer, Snow Elves, and the Ancient Nords. Wow, that's impressive. I held onto the spear for some time until I lost it to a group of bandits. They continued to pursue me in an effort to find whatever else I might be hiding from them, no matter what I did. They kept finding me, probably due to the powers of the spear. My only remaining secret is the Codex, a grand book of ancient, which holds boundless knowledge.
To recap, dragon necromancers are a thing now.
Yes.
Am I the only one who finds that highly concerning?
A little bit. It seems the more I travel and uncover, the more powerful it becomes. It isn't a spell tome per se. In fact, it behaves entirely unlike one. Instead, the book seems to relay knowledge of various subjects and imparts powers on a daily basis, depending on what is researched within its pages. You merely have to open the book and turn the page. A new topic appears on the pages. It's really quite an astounding item. So it just seems that I'm making my final stand. I've sealed away the codex in the vault, which I discovered the spear in, and the doors have locked tight. All I can do now is wait. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So far, I haven't seen the ring. Although this guy must have been another archaeologist. If Arian sent him here at some point. Oh, there's the ring. Okay then. Alright, make our way to Whiterun, and, spend an evening at the inn. Dragon's Reach. Alright, so straight on to the morning. Oh, that, didn't work the way I wanted it to. So, entrance to the city is on this side, I think. Let's see. Yeah. Well, at least we found that ring for Arian. Ah, yeah. Alright, a little bit of a drop, bud. That's okay, you got it. Good horse. There was a covered stable here somewhere, but not.
This one needs something?
No, not right now. Khajiit, brother. Not right now. Alright, in the morning I'm gonna sell some stuff at the market too.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks,
Past,
and warm beds.
present, and
A
future.
fine day to
I'd like
you,
to rent a
friend.
room, please.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room right this
Oh, I know where it is. You don't need to
Need
trouble
anything
yourself.
else? Just let me know.
There's
Let me know
plenty
if
more
there's
where that
anything
came
else
from.
you need.
Just give a holler.
Hello, Delphine. I don't understand how you guys always just go through that other door. Hey, do you?
You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem.
What have you got for
So
sale?
you're an alchemist, then?
No, far from it.
I go to war.
That's no place for a little girl.
Every knight needs a squire. I can help you with your sword. Things like that.
Nice try, Blossom, but I'm not a knight. I'm a mercenary. The answer is still no. Besides, your mother would miss you too much.
Yeah, right.
Do come back. I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. Yeah, that's a little joke.
You are a very strange man.
You just let me know what you need. I am at your beck and call.
I guess I have a bunch of ores and stuff that I can sell. That's probably what's weighing me down.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
And I'd like to pick up my items. Are they ready?
I suppose so, yes.
Steel plate armor. Ah. Lydia's stuff. Alright. And can you upgrade my equipment?
I suppose so, yes.
Vanguard?
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Let me disenchant some stuff
Remember,
first.
Your mind is the best weapon you have. It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me?
Alright. So it'll probably take us about 5 days or so to get to Solitude, and probably like another 6 or 7 to get to Winterhold from there. Ah, boy. Whew. What day is it? It's the 26th of Sun's Dusk. Okay.
Soon it will be time to replenish our supply of water.
Need a ride?
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
Uh,
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
Straight to Solitude, please.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Yes, Father, I did. And I watered her, and I got fresh feed.
Solitude's
and
famous
refitted
for
the
its
old
barge
saddle.
college.
Just like you asked.
Worth a visit if you've never been.
Is there anything
Some
else?
of them can sing just as pretty as a lark.
But you don't have to be.
Something the ferryman said on the way over here reminded me that I need to go back to the Bard's College, so let's do that. And Okay, so it took us 9 days to get here. And we do need to drop off that war horn for Queen Elisif. Stop at that bookstore real quick.
Something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Good morning. Take a look.
What have you got for sale?
Until next time.
There's a book that I was looking for. I'm just gonna browse for a bit. You have quite the library, miss. Or I suppose it's not a library since you're selling neat, but you know what I mean.
What do you need?
Just still looking. You don't have the warp in the west, do you? Something that I wanted to look about, learn a little bit more. Whoa. Don't mind me. Okay, well, thank you for your time. Actually, wait, do I have a copy of that at home? Let me check. Who are you guys?
You are target practice.
Who are you guys? What? Oh, they were stealing, too. Let me read that. Writ of execution. Who could I have done? Who could I have pissed off? Who wanted me dead? Honorable writ of execution, Azalea. The aforementioned personage has been marked for honorable execution in accordance with the lawful tradition and practice of the Morakton Guild. This this non-disputable document has official sanctioned license to kill the aforementioned personage. Oh. Shit. Right, we killed that assassin. That's... yeah, that's not good. Oh, I did have a copy of it. Good. The Warp in the West, a report compiled by Ulvius Tero, Blade's archivist. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, somebody in Delphine's organization, secret for your eyes, or only. Let me offer you my congratulations to your lordship for your recent appointment as ambassador to the court of Wayrest. Your lordship has asked me for a review of the existing Blades accounts from 3rd Era, 417 concerning the Warp in the West and for a summary of the current state of affairs there. Since your lordship was in Black Marsh serving in the staff of Admiral Sosorius at the time, you probably know these events only from imperial proclamations and chapel declarations, which identify this period as the Miracle of Peace. During the Miracle of Peace, according to official accounts, the formerly war-racked Iliac Bay region was transformed overnight from a patchwork of squabbling duchies and petty kingdoms into the peaceful modern counties of Hammerfell, Sentinel, Wayrest, and Osinium. The Miracle of Peace, also known as the Warp in the West, is celebrated as the product of the miraculous interventions of Stendar, Mara, and Akatosh to transform this troublesome region into a peaceful, well-governed imperial counties. The catastrophic destruction of the landscape and property of the large loss of life attending upon this miracle is understood to have been tragic and beyond mortal comprehension. In as much as this account confirms and validates the current borders of these counties and identifies the rulers and boundaries of these 9 counties as ordained by the 9, the Miracle of Peace serves as imperial objectives of peaceful consolidation of ancient petty states and sovereigns into manageable imperial jurisdictions. The other remarkable features on these events, mass disappearances, armies mysteriously transported hundreds of miles or completely annihilated, titanic storms and celestial phenomena, apparent local discontinuities of time, fit the notion that these are part of a vast, mysterious divine intervention. See, my mom used to read this book to me. But yeah, about time being broken. However, this is the only public account of these events, and as you may suspect, it conflicts with our many other accounts. In short, while this explanation suits imperial policy, it has little historical validity. Your lordship should know that the Blades have concluded there is no plausible historical account of these events, and despairs that a plausible historical account shall ever be produced. The Blades have concluded that a miracle occurred, insofar as the events are inexplicable, but the Blades strongly doubt the miracle was of divine origin. There's good reason to believe that the ruling families of the 4 modern Iliac Bay counties had forewarning of the event. There's also some evidence that some of these ruling families may have been directly or indirectly responsible for the event. We do not know the exact sequence of actions that produced the event, although we are confident that the totem artifact was involved, and that a Blades agent was involved in employing that artifact. We unfortunately lost contact with that agent immediately after the event. His report might have gone some way to resolving the contradictory and paradoxical accounts of the event. The Blades have on file a few reports from agents dating from the Warp in the West period. Most of our agents were lost in the initial dislocations, and others were lost in the confusion after the event. I present a few of these reports to give you a general sense of their limitations, including the report of your diplomatic predecessor. Good reading, Azalea. Lord Strail, you will have had access to other private and rumored accounts in this period. I believe you agree that these documents raise more questions than they answer. Report of Hammerfell agent Brybird. I was on assignment in Alakir Desert, a few miles south of Bergama on the 9th of Frostfall. I was encamped as it was still early in the morning when I felt the ground shake so violently. I was thrown to the ground, dazed. I was aware of a great roar of a sandstorm, which alarmed me, as I had been on a high dune and seen nothing like that on the horizon. It was on me before I was even on my knees, bearing me in my camp. When I crawled my way out of the sand, I realized that I must make haste and get to Bergama as soon as possible, as all my food and water had been swept away. The sun was just rising, and I began, like I said, when I reached Bergama, it was nightfall. The town was in chaos, filled with the soldiers of the Sentinel. The Lord of Bergama's fortress was in ruins. There had been an attack, but no one had seen it, only the invasion that followed it. The soldiers of Queen Akorithi of Sentinel refused to be interviewed about how they accomplished this sneak attack, but I came to learn that the whole northern Hammerfell now belonged to them. Even stranger, I discovered that my walk from sunrise to sundown had not taken me 1 day, but 2. It was now the 11th day of the month, not the 10th. I had lost a day somewhere, and apparently so had everyone else, except Akarithi soldiers who somehow were aware of the correct date. I since have concluded that they have received advance warning and so were better prepared to deal with the strange and confusion of the time and dates associated with the warp. Report of High Rock Agent Grey Lady. I was at the time of the warp undercover as a witch in the Skeffington Coven of Fiedragress in central High Rock. In order to give my report, I had volunteered for an expedition to gather supplies, which would allow me the freedom to reach my contact in Camlorn. I was traveling northeast along the foothills of the Rothgarian Mountains on the 9th of Frostfall when I felt a great heat behind me, like a fire. I turned, but I regret to say I cannot tell you what I saw. The healers tell me my eyes were burned out of my sockets. I think I must have fallen into a state of semi-consciousness, for I distinctly remember falling as the ground, but it seemed to give beneath me. Excuse me. There was a series of explosions in the distance to the south, and I heard high whistling noises that were getting louder and coming closer. I had my shield with me, and fortunately I anticipated that the volleys of some sort were falling from the sky. Although I could not see them, I could hear them coming from a distance away, and was able to use my shield to block them from striking me. The assault stopped suddenly, and I could smell smoke. I learned later that most of the forest of Yakalon and Phigius had caught fire in an inferno that started further south in Dania and the Elysian Hills. I kept my bearings and moved north, finally reaching a temple in the wilderness where my wounds were healed as well as they could be. It was there I learned that there had been a three-way clash between Daggerfall, Wayrus, and Arsenium, not far from where I had been, and where the land midway between the kingdoms had been decimated. Yeah, so my mom used to read this book to me. But yeah, it's strange. Like, it seems to indicate that certain events that are contradictory were happening at the same time, and all events ended up being true. Which reminds me of how kind of Lady Mara got me out of prison. That's why I was thinking about it on the way over here. But how could it happen that two contradictory events happened at the same time and are both true? I need to speak with the headmaster about something.
Ildi, what year did the
you've returned.
I found King Olaf's verse.
I have to admit, I didn't think it would actually be there. Now, let's take a look at this. Oh no, this won't do at all.
Ardenfel's Red Mountain erupts.
The copy is incomplete. It's aged to the point that parts are unreadable. And the parts that are readable, well, bardic verse has come a long way since ancient times.
What does that mean?
It means I can't read it to the court. Without the verse, I won't be able to convince Elisif of the importance of the burning of King Olaf festival.
Just don't be late.
If she isn't convinced of the festival's importance, then she won't reverse her decision to stop the effigy burning. It means that the burning of King Olaf, which the Bard's College has held for time immemorial, won't be happening.
Can't we just make up some missing parts of the verse?
Make it up? That doesn't seem appropriate. I suppose I could copy his style based on what you brought me, but I have no idea what happened in between these verses.
We can do this. What's the first verse?
O Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king, your legend is lies, lurid, and false. Your cunning capture of Numenex, a con for the ages. King Olaf was Olaf One-Eye? He famously captured the dragon Numenex and took him to Dragon's Reach. What do we say really happened?
Olaf made a deal with Numenex.
Olaf did become king, and Numenex escaped later. It's entirely possible. And I'm sure the court will like that. I'm writing it in.
Yes. Okay, what's next?
Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But Solitude stood strong, Skyrim's truest protectors. Olaf's vengeance was instant, inspired, and wicked. Strange. According to history, Solitude attacked Winterhold, but this seemed to be saying Olaf reacted. What do we say happened?
He convinced Solitude to attack Winterhold.
It's not the most exciting answer, but the most likely. I'll write it in.
Is that it?
It has a few final lines, but that's all we needed to add. I need to head to court immediately and present this. You should come.
Okay.
It takes two things to
A
be
good
a
story
good
is
teacher.
9 parts truth.
The first is
and 1 part
patience.
fiction.
The second
Yep.
is a firm
Seems
wooden
like
stick for
most of
rapping
these are
knuckle.
Alright, so let's go to the palace real quick. Then we'll give that ring to Adrian.
Ah, Viarmo. I assume you are here to petition for the reinstatement of the burning of King Olaf festival.
I am, Jarl. I wish to present King Olaf's verse from the Poetic Edda, recovered this very day from the Bard's tomb.
You mentioned something that would convince us the festival should take place, but I didn't expect King Olaf's lost verse. Please proceed.
O Olaf, our subjugator, the one-eyed betrayer, death-dealing demon and dragon-killing king, your legend is lies, lurid, and false. Your cunning capture of Numenex a con for the ages. No shouting match between dragon and man, no fire or fury did this battle entail. Olaf struck a deal to make himself king. Numenex let go, though none tell that tale. Olaf grabbed power by promise and threat. From Falkreath to Winterhold, they fell to their knees. But Solitude stood strong, Skyrim's truest protectors. Olaf's vengeance was instant, inspired, and wicked. Olaf sent word to Solitude's Jarl, cajoling and mocking and begging for a fight. From Winterhold, Olaf had sent every message. Upon attack, he was nowhere in sight. So ends the story of Olaf the liar, a thief and a scoundrel. We of Solitude commit to the fire. In Solitude, bards train for their service. They also gather each year and burn a king who deserves it.
You have proven your point, Viarmo. The festival is truly a celebration of solitude and a condemnation of false kings.
I thank you, and the college thanks you, Jarl.
Furthermore, I believe that such a fine poem deserves some payment of patronage. The college is moderately rewarded.
Oh, thank you yet again. I will make sure our applicant, who was instrumental in recovering the poem, will be well rewarded.
Be quick. I have little patience for
Unbelievable!
mundane concerns.
You have done us a great service here. I can't begin to thank you enough.
Does that mean I'm a bard now?
Soon. These things must be done properly. You will be inducted as part of the festival itself. I need you to go speak to Yorn. He was preparing the effigy of King Olaf. Tell him to finish the preparations. The festival is back on!
War efforts. Thane Eric,
Alright.
you have a strong head for business. What do you suggest?
This is an unfortunate but unavoidable
But first, let me go speak with Adrian. Adrian, I found that artifact.
That is very impressive, my friend. You are certainly more than a mere treasure hunter. Which brings me to my next proposal. I'm in need of a full-time partner of sorts. A person of your caliber who can dedicate themselves to uncovering more lost artifacts and relics on their own, while I continue my research efforts.
I can do that.
And you have proven yourself more than capable of the job. And I think a special arrangement could work. Instead of me simply buying the relics off of you, perhaps you could bring them here, lend them to the museum. I'll give you an occasional finder's fee, and we'll safeguard your collection for you.
Ooh, yeah.
You'll be able to access any and all of your collection as you see fit, and you'll know the rest of it will be safe in your absence.
That sounds awesome.
Excellent. Well, let me give you the 10 Septem tour then. This building was once called
Yes, dear?
Macnarian Hall, and it was the site of a temple of Talos. It's before the Grand Temple here in Solitude. It is now named Dragonborn Gallery, named for the ancient legends of the Nordic people of Skyrim, where the museum makes its home. To your right is the reception hall and staff barracks. To the left, the library, where I do most of my work. Through the library, you will find your way to the armories upstairs and the Dragonborn Hall, where various relevant displays will be built, heralding more of your accomplishments. Up ahead, you will find the main gallery, which I call the Hall of Heroes. There are 4 connecting hallways that all lead to the Daedric Gallery, the Hall of Lost Empires, the Gallery of Natural Science, the Hall of Oddities, and the one that leads to the Upper Gallery, which is an extension of the Hall of Heroes. As you can see, I've already been fast at work preparing exhibit plaques in the hopes that you will happen across these relics in your travels. I've done years' worth of research and found that many of the great relics of Tamriel have for some reason gravitated to Skyrim. Perhaps the energies that lie within these relics sense the impending crisis. At any rate, have a look around, and then come talk to me when you're ready to move forward.
Well, I mean, we don't really have anything to show just yet, but...
Greetings.
Alright, where should I put up displays?
Well, here in the Hall of Heroes is where you should place any artifact of magical or historical nature. The Daedric Gallery, of course, is where anything related to the Daedra should go, and the Hall of Lost Empires is where you should display any and all items of Dwemer or Falmer nature. The armories you can display as you see fit. Lastly, the Gallery of Natural Science. If you bring some samples of flora and fauna, you can build fauna displays and plant the flora.
Tell me about the Hall of Heroes.
This central area is called the Hall of Heroes, and it's where I've designed display space for relics of a powerful magic nature and or historical significance. I've done a great deal of research about the artifacts of Tamriel at large, and created displays for a variety of relics, should you happen upon them in your travels. Like I mentioned, it seems many unlikely relics are gravitating here, and you may happen across them.
Why do you think relics are coming here?
Well, the most obvious reason for many relics to be appearing here in Skyrim is, of course, the refugees from Morrowind, coming here by way of Solstheim. After the Red Mountain erupted in the 4th Era, Year 5, called the Red Year, most of Vardenfell was evacuated, and the relics from the Museum of Mournhold were lost, hidden, looted, and more. Aside from that reason, my theory is that the events of the coming dragons are somehow drawing the magical energies to this place, either in an effort to join in the events at hand, or merely as a means of being closer to the return of Aetherius, if the world does end as Nord legend foretells.
What's next?
Very simple. You keep doing what you're doing and stop in here from time to time if you find anything interesting. Have a look around and find the spot to display it. In addition to displaying the spoils of your adventures, I will commission and build exhibits based on those exploits. Anything of relevant consequence can be inspiring to the people.
Anything new for me?
Oh yes, I have in fact been researching the location of an artifact of interest. If you have the time, you could investigate it.
Between you and
I'll
me,
mark the
I'm
location
not
on your
sure
map.
you're all
Let me know if you
LXX
uncover
soon to be
anything.
Queen. She's half a decade younger than I am.
Sounds good. Alright. Relic weapons. I'm gonna have to... But I do have some of that stuff already. Interesting. There's the library. Alright, next time I'm back in Solitude is when I'll get those relics to you, Arian. But in the meantime, I have something that I've been wanting to do for a long, long time. Alright, 5th of Evening Star. Been a busy day.
Soon it will be time to replenish our supply of water. The road takes us past me.
Hey, I'd like to hire your carriage, please.
Where do you want to go?
Winterhold.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Great, thank you.
Say what you will about the Dark Elves. They did a proper job with Azura's shrine. Can see it for miles on a clear day.
Alright, hope the college won't be... Oh, it took us 12 days to get here. I hope the college won't be mad that I took a little bit of an extended break when I was building my house. Because it has been probably about 4 months since I last stepped foot on the grounds. Certainly is beautiful, though. But time to learn more, some more about magic. Oh, Rug.
Yes?
Found more Shalador's work.
Excellent. I'll start translating it. Shouldn't take me more than a day or two.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Whew, boy, it's snowy.
I don't know.
What is going on here?
I don't care what it is. I want it down now. I want to know what he's doing in there. I don't
Archmage?
know what he's doing, but he won't get away with it.
What's going on, sir?
On Kano, he's in there doing something. We don't know what. We're trying to get in now. I will have his head for this, I assure you. Help take this down, will you? We're throwing everything we can at it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know what he's doing, but he won't get away with it.
Okay.
What's going on?
And Kano, stop this at once. I command you.
Don't go near him.
Sir, are you sure this is wise? Okay, I've got your back. No, wait!